Hello, everyone. So today we are joined with an author, a naturopath, a wife, and a mother. She goes by the name Okundu Ogechi, and she is debuting her first book, A Path of Yesterday, Never Forgotten. Hello, Ogechi.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Very well.
You look stunning, by the way.
Thank you.
So, yes, I want to particularly ask what a naturopath is, because I sort of have an idea of who a naturopath is, but just tell our audience at home who a naturopath is.
Okay, so a naturopathic physician, better put that way, is one who diagnoses, prevents, and treats chronic illness using natural means. So we could get to the root of the issue or whatever illness we're talking about using natural means, and also prevent sickness using natural means. Now, when we're talking about reversing illness or offering wellness or giving you wellness through natural means, there's so many forms of wellness therapy that we can go through. We can use nutrition, which is the natural food. We can use aromatherapy, which is gotten from aroma of essential plants. Yes, scents.
Wow.
We could use light. Yes. We could use water, hydrotherapy. We could also use sun bathing. We could use color therapy.
Okay.
For wellness.
This is wider than I thought.
Of course it is. So these are some of the things that we do as natural physicians.
You're wearing green, so what did I expect with your natural hair?
Oh, come on.
Okay, so today we will be talking about your debut, your very first book, A Part of Yesterday, Never Forgotten. So first of all, what inspired this title? Because it's quite deep. It's deeper than we're just talking on the surface. So what inspired the title of this book?
Okay, the book itself is a true life story. Was witnessed firsthand. It was experienced. I think that was the right word to use. Was experienced. It's a true life experience, and the person involved actually told me that I was going to write a book about him. But then it didn't make sense to me because I'm like, why would you just tell me that I'll write a book about you, But I didn't know that I was going to do it actually.
So I know that before you write a book of this magnitude, you have to have experienced it firsthand. But is it personal, or did you watch someone go through this? Because it's a book on mental health.
Yes.
And mental health is something that we need to take rather seriously in Nigeria. So did you experience it firsthand, or did you watch someone experience?
I experienced it firsthand. It's a true life story.
Of yourself?
Of a part. Just a part. Yes.
So there are like two sides of a coin in this, right?
Well, no, not two sides of a coin. So when I mean of a part, is not like my whole life story. It's just a part of my life story. It's just a part of my life that I did not know that I'll be putting out there, but where we are now, we've gone past the stage and I'm putting it out there. So it's just a part of yesterday that can never be forgotten. It's just a part.
It's a rather deep story. So, mental health in Nigeria, a lot of people have been talking about it. I think sometime in October was when it was the World Mental Health Day. I can't quite place the particular date right now, but I know it was the World Mental Health Day. And I just want to know, what do you think runs through people that have mental health issues, since you have experienced it firsthand?
Okay, so 2 questions. What kind of mental health? Are we talking about the one that affects other body functions and other organ functions, or psychopathy?
Oh, wow. So it's actually divided into two. It could be physical,
yes,
or actually mental. Okay, so let's start with the physical.
Okay. When someone has, okay, so for the physical, we could say more mental stress. A lot of people don't know that the load of the work you do every day starts here. This is your mental health is your key to anything. Is the key to anything. So if you're stressed mentally, there's a name, it's called Neurastenia. That is when you're mentally stressed below the barest minimum. You find yourself having irregular bowel movements. You find yourself losing appetite. You find yourself getting fatigued, irritability, depression. This one can lead to depression. Although both of them leads to depression, but this is the one that most people overlook. If we come to psychopathy, I would say people don't overlook it. They just think we don't have psychopaths here in Nigeria.
Yes, because that is a part of your book that I really want. Like,
okay,
I've watched a lot of movies where someone is obsessed with a particular person and then goes bonkers and goes nuts and they start acting a certain way, and then you say, oh, they're psychopaths. They're mentally derailed or something. Okay. So, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know if we have those in Nigeria, but I saw in your book that we actually have psychopaths in Nigeria. How so?
It depends on what type of psychopath you're looking for. Are you looking for the romantically involved psychopath or the real psychopath, actually?
Wow.
A psychopath is a psychopath. Let us forget the movie. Having an encounter with a psychopath is not... it's actually draining. I think that's the right word to use. It's not an easy thing. You know? And the reason why this book is going to be teaching you and I stuff that, or let me say things that we've not learned from the movie is one person's health, mental health, can actually affect the other person's mental health. So the story is centered on my encounter with a psychopath. Yeah. Initially, I never knew he was a psychopath. Yeah, but
how do you notice a psychopath?
A psychopath. Okay.
How do you notice one?
Okay, so I'm going to let you know some of the things I thought about him before I had my backing, that's the medical backing, in my own natural way. You know, I told you we do stuff like that. So they have a superficial charm. A psychopath has this kind of charm that you don't just know what attracts you to him. They're everywhere. It could be your boss, it could even be your neighbor. You just find yourself attracted to this person. They're really intelligent. They're really smart. And they're very fast thinkers. But they don't have emotions. They lack empathy.
Like, I'm stunned because in my head I'm like, anybody can actually be a psychopath.
Yes. Anybody can be a psychopath, but...
Do you know you're a psychopath if you're one?
Of course.
Okay.
The psychopath knows he's a psychopath. He's not happy about it, or she will not be happy, or he or she will not be happy about it, whoever the person may be. But because... Okay, before I get to that point, there's something I must say. Psychopathy is... If you divide psychopathy into two, there's psych and there's pathy, right?
Yes.
Psych is your soul and your mind. That's what it means. And pathy is the illness. So psychopathy is simply put, the sickness of the soul or the illness of the mind. So that's deep.
It's deep.
It's deep. So it's beyond what you just see. It's just beyond it. It's beyond high, I'm getting crazy, I'm getting angry. They don't, it's beyond that. So psychopathy is an illness of the mind, the soul. And we know that the soul is like the hard drive of every human being. So, so if the soul is sick, every other thing is sick.
So how do you notice a psychopath? Because I mean, it's something that you have experienced firsthand, so you know. So if I meet someone, how do I notice that this person is bonkers?